Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today is episode 9 of your NHL 22 franchise mode here with the Edmonton Oilers as we're walking into the start of the year 2022-23. As in the last episode, we did free agency and made some pretty big moves, improving upon the depth a little bit, getting ready for potentially another playoff run, hopefully. But before we get into that, I'd like to just say, if you are new to the channel, make sure to slap that subscribe button and hit that like button as well. That'll be very much appreciated, boys. So let's get into this puppy here with the Edmonton Oilers. Now, I was doing a little bit of pre-scouting before, we started this whole episode off on what we could really potentially improve going into this upcoming season. Now, of course, we all know the third line, the depth is something to be improved upon potentially. Of course, we do got Dylan Holloway, who is a potentially rising up prospect. Same with Tyler Benson playing alongside of Jason Spencer, which I'm really excited to see how this line will contribute. And then also the second line is also, or the third line, I mean, between Lawton, Grimaldi, and Fogel have gotten off to a good little start to begin the season. But we're only 5 games in, so it's not like, we can do big tests on these lineups anyways to begin the season off, but already not looking like too bad of a start. And our defense is definitely not looking terrible. I think this is something to be improved upon for sure. Like, without a doubt, once Keith leaves, that opens up a spot where we can definitely pick up a right-handed defensive defenseman to finally fill in a spot, which I'm super excited about potentially, getting onto the team. It's just the biggest problem is now we're going to have to sign Evan Bouchard to a new contract this upcoming season, and he's demanding upwards of $5.5 million, or around, I think it's more like $5 million going into next year, which is kind of worrisome. I'm hoping that we're just going to wait until free agency, and then maybe he'll take a little bit of a lower deal, kind of like what Rasmus Sandin did, and also what Puljujärvi did as well, and also Yamamoto. So we're hoping that maybe he'll take a bit of a cheaper cut. But if anything, we'll make some moves. We'll make sure that we're able to pick up, another top 4 defenseman for the team, whether we make a move like that now or, another time. And did I just read that right? Do we have... Oh, no, I was looking in the future time. We don't have a lot of cap space right now. I think the amount of cap space we got is, we barely got anything. Now, we could send down a player like Devin Shore. Yeah, we could send down Brendan Perlini. That would open up some money for us, and he'll be sent down to the system to play with the AHL guys down there to help some players develop. We only really need Devin Shore up on the main roster, even though I'm not a huge fan of him. He doesn't play too bad. He's all around. The only thing he can do is skate a little bit. Anyways, let's get on the season underway. I don't want to be waiting any longer. I want to get this season simulation started up. So, like we said, we got Saros in the net. We're going to be doing another tandem this year between Saros and Smith. So, we'll see how it pans out, and especially for the playoffs with having back-to-backs the way that you do have it. It's actually not a bad idea to kind of have a goalie tandem like what we have with Saros and Smith. Now, the biggest problem is we're most likely not going to have Smith going into next year. I think that's, going to be the case, is we might not have Smith going into next year. We potentially might sign him back, but we'll have to see. And Rodrigue for Morel, no. And look at that, another big victory against the Philadelphia Flyers. So already great start, 4-0-1 to begin the season off. And like I said, we're going to keep a tabs up on Holloway because he's kind of a test and trial this year on how well he's going to be playing. Is he going to be ready for the NHL? He's already jumped up by an overall, and oh yeah, he's ready. He's already burning up the NHL. 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points in the 5 games that we played. And yeah, we're definitely keeping that lineup together. And Saros already off to a red-hot start of the season. 950. That's the starting goalie we've been waiting for, man. That has been the starting goalie we have been waiting for, dude. Finally, we're actually getting a little bit of competency out of our goaltending here, man. So we'll have to see if... Oh, my God, Mike Smith had an atrocious game there, my man. 8-7 loss, and then we came back with a 7-2 victory. So good job, Mike Smith. I mean, we definitely did score a whole crap ton, so that helps him. McDavid, look at him off to a hot start to begin the season with. And oh, no, and then Benson down with an MCL sprain, so we'll throw in Mr. Devin Shore in the lineup. But big loss there against the Penguins, and we're going to just throw right back Saros in the net. I'm not really liking what I'm seeing from Mr. What's his face, Mike Smith, but that line here is working like to a T. Hyman, McDavid, Yamamoto. Even the second line, Puljujarvi's not really going, so let's change it up a little bit. We'll throw Puljujarvi up to the top line. Maybe we can get him going, because, I mean, he's not really going, and Mike Smith off to a rough start to the year. He is really not looking too great, but we'll throw UC Saros back in the net here, and we'll keep riding him out. But we'll try Puljujarvi up on the top line, even though that is going to disrupt a little bit of the first line, but we definitely need to make some sort of a change. So let's get up to the back-to-back there against Boston. We're going to ride with Saros, I think, for a bit. He's been fantastic to start the season off, so I want to see how well he can do over the little stretch of games here. Philly, big win against Philadelphia. That's what I'm talking about, my man. Kraken, we got a big game against them. Another big win there against the Kraken. Man, I'm loving this team this year, man. We are on an absolute wrecking path. 9-2-2 to begin the season. Connor McDavid, look at this. See, this is what we needed from a coach. We needed an offensive coach because this is the type of team we have. We have an offensively dominating team, and we need offense. And Puljujarvi does perfect. It belongs on McDavid. We need offense, pure and simple. We do need offense to be able to be a team that's going to be competing very good. And McDavid is off to a terrific start, but Leon Draisaitl up with a -5 there, so we'll keep an eye on that line. Lawton also off to a hot start there with Rocky Grimaldi, and Holloway, he is just getting goals, man. He is just firing that puck. I mean, doing exactly what he was doing in the AHL, he's doing up in the NHL. 5 goals, 1 assist in 13 games. What a start of the season there for Dylan Holloway. Our defense, Nurse Bouchard doing pretty well. Keith and Rasmus Sandin doing very well. And then Klayak and Marcus Nutavaro also doing very well. And Saros, absolutely amazing start. A .935 save percentage. 1.98 goals against average in the first 11 games of the season. Way better than what he was doing last year. I'm already loving what this team is doing, man. Already absolutely loving what this team is doing. We're off to an amazing start, and I wasn't thinking that this team was going to be, you know, this hard to start off the season, but we're looking amazing. Like, without a doubt, amazing to begin this season. We're getting a lot of points. McDavid is like 10 points ahead of a point per game. Like, it is crazy how crazy we're playing right now, and Mike Smith will play him all the way until back-to-back. Hopefully he can start smartening it up and giving us some good games here. Another big win there against the Red Wings and then the New York Rangers. Hopefully we'll get a W out of this. And yes, we do. And 30 points on the season already for Mr. Connor McDavid. My God, you're a god, McDavid, this year. The second line's doing well, but they're not doing very well defensively for some reason. Draisaitl is like a -10. We'll see how that line goes, but they're getting a lot of points. And Mike Smith, ooh, he is not looking fantastic to begin this season. An .875, 3.63 goals against average. Maybe it's the old age starting to hit Mike Smith now, but he is really, really not off to a hot start tonight. He really isn't. He's not looking very good, like, at all. So hopefully he'll bounce back, but UC Saros will get him back into the net. We'll see how he does. And we'll keep on simulating. We will keep on dissimulating. We'll get up to the next back-to-back. We'll ride Saros for the next few games. We have a good stretch of time where he'll have a good break. But we are off to an amazing start this year. I've actually kind of built a pretty tanky team, especially with Holloway and Benson coming in the squad. Scott Lawton, that was a huge pickup, I think, for us. And same with Rocky Grimaldi. Both of them have been on to hot starts to begin the season with. So that's really good to see. Benson finally getting back in the lineup, and we don't have to have Devin Shore down alongside of Dylan Holloway and Jason Spencer. And Devin Shore actually hasn't been terrible. 1 goal, 1 assist there alongside of Dylan Holloway and Spencer. We'll get Mr. Tyler Benson back in the lineup because he was doing pretty well alongside of Holloway and Jason Spencer, who's also having a good start to the season as well. I like to see that, man. I like to see that we're having a little bit of depth contribution. And, you know, he's not producing as much as what Jason Spencer was producing last year, but he's still playing really well. And the third line is playing very, very well between Lawton, Rocker, Grimaldi, and Warren Fogle. I like to see that. The top line is absolutely killing it. And the second line is not doing too bad. So I think they'll catch right back up to what the top line is doing. Where did my schedule go? Where's my schedule at, dude? Oh, I didn't want to claim Matt Irwin. Damn it. I did not want to claim Matt Irwin. I did not mean to claim him. And we had no schedule there for the longest time, so I was confused as hell. But now we have Matt Irwin on the team. Damn. How much did he cost me? Matt Irwin. Not bad. He doesn't cost me anything. Defensive defenseman. Not terrible to have as a piece of depth. Plus, he's a vet, so yeah, sure. Why not go down on the AHL? You're not really taking up anybody's spots down there, so but for like Broberg. And who knows about Broberg. So, 15-5-3, and we're at a pretty good mark of the year, so we're going to take a look at the deep stats, take a look at the Edmonton Oilers, see how we're doing. So Anaheim Ducks are just ahead of us in the standings. For goals for per game, we're number 1 in the league. Goals against per game, we're definitely not the greatest team defensively, and I knew that was definitely going to take a hit this year because we hired a very offensive coach. So we're a little bit down in the offensive side. Our power play is a little bit better than what it was last year, 17.1. And our PK is pretty damn weak, 80.8. So our defense has taken a big hit this year for us, scoring a lot more goals. So the lineups, so McDavid, Hyman, Draisaitl, Ole in the team in points, and then Nuge, Yamamoto there as well. Scott Lawton, Jesse Puljujarvi doing quite well up on the top line. Holloway as well doing quite well. And then Nurse, Keith, Sandin, Bouchard. We're getting a lot of offense from our defense too. And then Saros, who has been having quite an amazing start, but it looks like he's starting to go down in the numbers too. So it's meaning that we've had a couple of rough games over the past few games here now. So hopefully we can maybe turn things around here, but we'll have to really see. Excuse me. We'll have to really see what we could do here. I'm thinking maybe just stacking up the top line. I know I'm not a big fan of doing that, but like, why not give it a try? Stack up that top line. We have just a pure defensive second line between Nuge, Hyman, and Yamamoto. We'll give that a try, see how that goes. We got to get Smith in the net. And then special teams wise, our PK. So Lawton, Hyman. Maybe we throw Holloway up with him. And then instead of Salnak, we'll throw Bouchard as one of the D. Because his numbers are not terrible as a defenseman. So it might be better off this way. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it doesn't go terrible. Hopefully we can get some good defense out of those guys. And we'll have to see how it kind of pans out. Honestly, we'll just have to kind of see how it pans out. And see how it goes. So Mike Smith, come on baby. Be a big goalie for me. Get a big W against the Calgary Flames. We need a big one. And Draisaitl already falls down to an injury, but that's okay. He only got some injured ribs and a big win there against the Flames. So, attaboy, Mike Smith. Attaboy, Smitty. And then we lose to the LA Kings. Definitely not what I want to see. The Kraken. The Kraken. And then Marcus Nugent-Hopkins down with an injury. Damn it, dude. David Ferentz. 1 year left. Oh my god, you would actually be... Huh, you would actually be better than Clack. Like, really good. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that without a doubt. Will be one of our best defensemen on the team. Like, legit, that will be not one of our best defensemen on the team, but he'll actually be able to fill in a spot for us in that top 6, which we were having a little bit of a problem filling. And now we actually won't have a problem filling because now we'll have David Ferentz who will be able to step up on the main roster and take some big pivotal time. And we actually don't have Broberg, right? We traded Broberg away, right? For Sandin. Right. Can't believe I forgot about that we traded him away. But David Ferentz actually has some really good defensive analytics, like his 85 defensive awareness and then 85 shot blocking and stick checking. Really good defenseman, going to be playing alongside of, Marcus Nugent-Hopkins, so we'll have another good defenseman alongside of those guys. So we'll get Hyman right back up on the top line, and then Devon Shore alongside of Nuge and Yamamoto. Big win there against the Kraken, Columbus. Leon Draisaitl's finally back in the lineup. Attaboy, so we could finally take out Devon Shore. That's Hyman. No, that is Devon Shore. The game is lagging so goddamn hard because I'm on old gen. Draisaitl up on the top line with McDavid and Puljujarvi. We'll see how that goes over the next few games. So Columbus we got to go up against. Yeah, we'll keep Mike Smith up until the back-to-back again. Big win against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Buffalo Sabres. Can we get another big dub? We lose against them, and then Colorado and St. Louis. And we lose to Colorado. So, yeah, I don't know about that top line. I don't know about that top line, bro. Yeah. Maybe we try Nuge up on the top line, Hyman with Draisaitl and Kayla Yamamoto, and we'll give Nuge a try up on the top line with McDavid and Puljujarvi. We'll see how that goes. And then Mike Smith, man, I don't know what to say about you, dude. You have struggled immensely this year. Like, I think we're just going to downgrade you to a backup goalie, honestly. I think we're going to just ride with Saros for a lot of the season because Mike Smith has just been very unreliable. He has not been the goalie that we need him to be this year. Last year, he was such a huge goalie for us, and this year he's just the half of himself, basically. He really is not the guy that we need him to be right now. He's not playing very well. He's not being the starting goalie we need him to be. It's very sketchy. It's very, very sketchy. But our defense is actually playing pretty good. Nurse and Bouchard have been a really good pairing. Sandine and Keith. And I think our defense could even be better once we actually get a good, defensive defenseman to come into that top four. Just unfortunately, Keith has taken that spot right now, right? New Jersey, big win against the New Jersey Devils. Attaboy. McDavid is ripping up the NHL this year, man. He is demolishing this league this year. And how's Nuge doing up on the top line? How's my man? Not bad. Puljujarvi hasn't really gotten any points over the last few games. We'll get back David Ferentz back in the lineup. There we are. Lots of lineup management. Lots of lineup management. Lost against Calgary. Ugh. I don't know what to do about that second line. I don't know what to do about Draisaitl. Simulate all the way up into that back-to-back again, and then we'll put in Smith for a few games. We'll put him in for one, and then get him back in and put in Saros for Colorado, Montreal, Toronto. I think will be the plan. Even Saros hasn't been giving us fantastic games. Keith out of the lineup now. Derek Grant, we don't need. We already got too many centers. We got too many depth pieces for the team already. So, big winner against the Vancouver Canucks. We're just a few points back of the Ducks right now, who are ahead of us. And we'll have to kind of figure out what we're going to really do next. So, Nuge is actually doing quite well up alongside of McDavid and Puljujarvi. So, hopefully that second line can start correcting itself. And yeah, maybe we throw Dylan Holloway alongside of Fogle and them, or alongside of Lawton and Grimaldi, because Fogel's not doing as great as what we need him to do. And that's also another kind of a trade bait that I wanted to think about, is trading away Warren Fogle, just because he's so close to $3 million, and we could potentially use an upgrade on that right wing side while Dylan Holloway develops. He could be that third line left wing guy for us for, a few years to come. So I think that might be the plan, but we'll get Mike Smith back in the net here. Justus Saros has had a bad few games, but still a .916 save percentage on a team that's probably not playing too great defense is pretty good, in my opinion. It really is. So Arizona, if Mike Smith gives us a really good game, then we'll keep him in 3-1. Not bad. Colorado, this is a tough team, though. This is a tough team. I think we're going to have to throw my boy back in, Saros. And we'll give him a little bit of a break after this. Get Duncan Keith back in the lineup, of course. He's actually starting to decline a little bit, but it doesn't matter. He started the year as a top four, so we'll have to keep him there no matter what, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So Mike Smith is actually starting to put up some better numbers. He has a .903 save percentage. He's actually starting to put up a little bit of better numbers since we're actually not playing him as much. Big loss there against Colorado, Montreal. We got to get a big win against Montreal. Come on. There we go. 9-2 victory. Atta boys. That's a way to rip into Montreal. That's what I like to see. Toronto, and we also beat the Toronto Maple Leafs as well. Atta boys. So we're going to be getting near trade deadline here soon. I think that's going to be the goal of today's episode. We're not going to be getting into any gameplay. Today is just a big time to just simulate the year, see how well the Edmonton Oilers will look. Maybe make some deals if need to. But honestly, I don't think we need to make any deals up until trade deadline, and then I could kind of get your guys' input. Actually, I won't be able to because I'm going to be making 2 videos in a row, basically. But, work life, I have to stock up on videos. But I'm going to kind of think about what I need to do off video to kind of figure out who I'm going to trade. And Mike Smith, oh yeah, I'm just going to roll with Mike Smith here for the next few little bit. If Mike Smith is going to pop off, then pop off, Smithy. 2 big high-scoring games. Yeah, I can't keep playing Smitty. 2 high goal scoring games, and that means we need to change it. So we're also halfway through the year as well here. So we're almost getting close to the end of the season. And yeah, Hyman's doing really good alongside it. Yeah, okay, so we finally found the combinations that are working. Nuge, McDavid, Puljujärvi. And I don't know why Puljujärvi's not producing a massive amounts of points. Only 23 goals or 23 points on the season. He's a great plus and minus player. Like, he really is. He's doing quite well. And defensively, he's a beast. He is a beast defensively. He's really stepping up big time for us. He's just not producing the big points that I was thinking he might be able to produce for us. So, Saros and Mike Smith. Yeah, Mike Smith is definitely, he's been just all right this year. He really has. I mean, he's definitely being carried by the fact that we could score a lot of goals, but UC Saros has been the man this year. He really has. Really has been the man. So we'll keep on the simulation going. And we'll get up to that back-to-back and then get Smith back in the net for, I guess. Oh my god, David Ferentz, can you stay healthy, my man? Please. Big win there against the Montreal Canadiens. We're back up at the top of the division. That's what I like to see here, boys. That is what I like to see here. Big win against Vegas. Winnipeg, Saros out with an injured hamstring. That's not good. We lose our best goalie to an injury. Call up Anton Forsberg because that's why we got him, to be our extra backup goalie if need to. But now we got to ride Mike Smith for the next little bit, which, I mean, I don't mind, but definitely something I was not prepared for, to see UC Saros fall down to an injury. And also, how well is Dylan Holloway doing alongside of Lawton? Ooh, there we go. Yeah, Holloway's liking that third line, baby. We just need another third liner, I think. I think that's the biggest thing, is that we need another third liner. Another third liner to go alongside of Lawton and, what's his face? Why am I all the way at September, bro? What is going on here, dude? EA, please fix yourself. Like, please. Your game is such a gong show. And then, yeah, I actually wanted to check here something. Get back to offense. How's Fogle, Spencer? Oh, that's line's not doing very good at all. Let's try Benson up with Lawton and Holloway, and then Grimaldi with Spencer and Fogle. And we'll see how that goes. So, yeah, we're on a back-to-back now. So, I think Smitty was put in this game. We'll give Forsberg this one single game against the Jets. It might not be a bad idea. Just to give it against the Jets, and then after that, play Smitty for, like, the next little bit. And we'll see how that rolls. Oh, I'm really not excited to ride with Smitty for the next little bit. Really, really not. Look at McDavid, though. 74 points. He's going to be blasting through. This is an insane year for Mr. Jesus. Oh, so Forsberg, we could send basically Forsberg right back down. Awesome. Awesome possum. Forsberg right back down. And then we could move Mr. Saros back into the net. We won't be playing him immediately. We're going to be playing Smitty for the next little bit here. Playing Smitty. Saros almost has more wins than Mike Smith has played games. Jeez, Mike Smith. Come on, bro. Got to give me a little bit more of that little hotness. Oh, no. He gives me a little hotness, but he broke his foot, dude. Oh, my Lord. Mike Smith is out with a big injury. That's not cool. That is not cool at all, bruh. Slater Cuckoo, I'm going to send you down, bud. But that is not cool at all to see our boy, Mike Smith, go down with a huge injury. Oh, man, that is a massive injury, too. It's not just a little injury. It's a massive one. A broken foot. All the way up until March. I think that's even going into the second round. So it's going to be Saros and Forsberg for the next little bit now, I guess. That was actually kind of a good deal. Bernard Dockert. Crazy. That is nutty. So Minnesota, we'll get the simulating of this game. And then we'll throw Forsberg back in. Oh, my Lord. Come on, man. Jeez Louisa. What are we doing? What are we doing? Can we get a win, please? I mean, we've dominated this year, but I'd like to see a win. We've been seeing a lot of losses over the past little bit. Big win there. Anton Forsberg jumps into the net and gets a big dub in his second game in the NHL this year after being set back down, called back up. Tons of travel for Anton Forsberg, and he's actually been huge in the past 2 games. A 945 save percentage. Attaboy. That's what I love to see. I love to see Anton Forsberg coming into the NHL and doing quite well. So we'll basically play with Saros for the next little bit. We have no back-to-back, so we could basically just ride with Saros if we really wanted to. I don't really want to, though. I don't want to ride him dead because we do got the playoffs coming up, and Forsberg hasn't been terrible. So if we need to play Forsberg for a stretch of games, I will if needed. But hopefully Saros cannot lose here. We'll rely on him for one more game. If he loses this one, then okay, good. Maybe he does better with more games in him. But those are 2 rough losses against the Ducks. Oh my god, and another loss. Saros, my man, can you not... Oh my god, you're getting smacked out there, Saros. These last few games have not been beautiful for you, Saros. We really need you, buddy. You're the starting guy of this team. We really need you to be a big guy for us right now. We really do need you. Yeah, that's not looking good. That is really not looking good. I am not too happy about that. The way that he's playing right now is definitely not the player I want to see. So we'll rely on Forsberg for the next few games here. We'll play him for the next 4, and then I think we'll stop right before the New York Islanders game there. So big winner against Carolina Hurricanes. Toronto Maple Leafs. Like I said, we're going to ride with Forsberg for a little bit. We'll take Saros. He'll take a sit and chillax for a little bit while Forsberg legit puts the team on the shoulders and wins the next 3 games like it's nothing. Oh my lord, Forsberg. You're a beast. But now we're at the end of the video. We're going to be doing a whole wrap-up as we're right near the trade deadline. We've had a great season to be talked about here so far. 39 and 18 and 4. We have 82 points on the season. We're up first place in the division. Our goals for per game, we've been demolishing every team. We score so many goals. Defensively, we're actually not that bad compared to every other team. Our power play is gorgeous, 25%. And our PK as well is actually quite well. It's at 83.7% as well. And compared to everyone else, that's not terrible, especially since our power play is demolishing everybody else's power play. Like, without a doubt, our power play is the best this year, and that's the way it should be. Looking at the team point-wise, McDavid leading the team in points with 88. Leon Draisaitl right behind him with 74. Zach Hyman also up there having a gorgeous season. This is the year we've been kind of waiting for from Zach Hyman. Really been a big producer. Nuge also playing quite well. Yamamoto. Puljujärvi only has 34 points. I don't know why he doesn't score a whole lot. That's weird. And then Scott Lawton up there with 38. He's been quite well as well. Dylan Holloway having a good rookie season. I think we just need some added depth. I think that's the biggest thing is some added depth. Warren Fogle is really not fitting in too well. And then Keith, Nurse, and Bouchard doing quite well in the power play. Sandin doing well with Mr. Keith there. And then Ferentz hasn't been looking too bad as the defensive guy for the team. His giveaways, takeaways actually is pretty good compared to other defensemen alongside of the team, so not too bad of a pickup there with David Ferentz. And then Forsberg was an absolute beast. I mean, 926 save percentage, 8 wins, 1 loss in 8 games played for the Edmonton Oilers. So Forsberg has been nutty to get this season started for him in the NHL. Wow, that is insane for Anton Forsberg. I don't know how he's playing better than Saros, but that is nutty. We might as well just have Forsberg be our starting goalie. But let's take a look around the league, see what's available for a pickup. We're looking for depth, basically. He's a depth right winger to play alongside a Holloway and Lawton going into the playoffs. So I think that's going to be the kind of the focus here on that, is to bring in some more depth, goal scoring, and to bring in somebody that can play on that right side. Frank Fortuno, eh? 2-way forward, not too bad defensively. Decent speed, but I don't think that's the guy that we want. I'm thinking kind of a sniper, like a Rocco Grimaldi kind of type, right? That's kind of what I'm thinking to play on that right-handed side. CC, of course, wants to be traded away. Ooh, hang on. Gustav Nyquist? He's a second liner, though. I was like, maybe you could get lucky with a third liner, but at 5.5, yeah. No, thank you. I'm good. Klingberg, Falio, Victor Arvidsson, what is he at? Still a second liner. Spurgeon, Marcus Foligno, Chris Tierney, Ryan Hartman. Duchesne, no thank you. Johansson, no thank you. I don't know. There's a lot of guys available, but there's not a lot of big snipers. Palmieri's available that we could potentially pick up. That might not be a bad idea, but $5 million for 3 years, yeah, no thank you. There's not a lot of available players. I mean, Kevin Fiala, but he's an RFA, so we really can't do anything about that. Anthony C.U. is somebody to maybe look at. I mean, he's producing a pretty good amount of points. I know he is a minus 18, but he's playing in Ottawa, having 35 points on the season, and that's not terrible. I would definitely maybe even contemplate on picking up Andreas Anthony C.U. Man, Bernard Docker would be beautiful as well, but sadly can't. Zub as well, not too bad defensively. Shane Pinto as well is available. That's crazy. Shane Pinto is available. Okay. And then Anthony C.U., Morel, Hallander, Couture, Matthias Yammer. Is he a sniper too? He is a sniper, and he plays actually quite well defensively. But he hasn't been a big point producer, I feel. 44 points there with Vegas, only 27 this year. You might be a cheap pickup if you're thinking about it. Might not be too bad of an idea, but once again, is a left winger. Jonas Donskoy, he's a second liner though. Even though I don't think he should be. He's more like a third liner. Tarasenko would be a beast of a pickup, but he's a first liner, so I can't really do anything about that one. And then, yeah, I don't know exactly what we're going to be planning, but I feel like maybe doing the deal with Ottawa might be our best bet. But, yeah, for now, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching, boys. In the next episode, we're going to go through trade deadline and then get to the ending of the season and hopefully go for a very, very nice playoff run. But for right now, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next episode. Adios, amigos.